Good morning everybody, my name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Friday, so it's nearly the weekend. It's the school holidays, it's the Easter holidays, so it's what it's usually like during the school holidays, noisy. The sun is out this morning, so it's going to be another nice day. I don't know what's happened to April showers, but we don't seem to be having any April showers anymore. No. The weather's used to be able to tell the year by the weather. I don't think you can anymore. There wasn't any snow at Christmas. It's not been really, I would say, cold for March. Now we're in April. Used to have April showers. When I went to school, there was always books telling about the seasons of the year, but now I think global warming has put all paid to that. You cannot tell now. We had a mild December as well. I don't remember it being a cold winter. And that's it. It's been mild March and April is the same. I just hope that summer is summer and we don't get the cold wet weather in June, July and August. Do you know what I mean? It's like the whole place is fucked up at the moment. The whole planet is not right. We are becoming more overpopulated. The vehicles are spreading exhaust fumes into the atmosphere is increasing, and I think we are getting climate change, and I don't like it. I like the cozy winter, cold evenings. I like the cool March air, and I do like my April showers, and going outside every day, seeing the same weather, because it's not changed. It's not. Brilliant sunshine yesterday afternoon, but everybody's like wearing clothes that it would be for March and April, because you don't expect a great big heat wave in April. Do you know some months there is snow in April, snow in March and April. Now it's complete brilliant sunshine. My dad took my mum, myself and my sister to Ilfracombe near Cornwall years ago, and we were walking around in the snow. So there you go. Times change, don't they? Whether it's for the good or bad, I don't know. Got up this morning. I made myself a hot chocolate. I'm trying to keep off the coffee. As soon as I drink a sachet of coffee, the heartburn comes back, so it's got to be coffee. I tried a cup of coffee yesterday, and lo and behold, the heartburn comes back, and I just can't stand it. So I've got a cup of Maltesers hot chocolate this morning. Very nice it is too. Good morning everybody. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1976, the first ever Apple computer, the Apple I, went on sale. It was priced at a devilish $666.66 because its creator liked recurring numbers.
Alexa, what's the time please?
Good morning, Crystal. It's 8:25 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Friday, April 11th, 2025 in postcode GBME11.
Alexa, what's the weather outlook?
Right now in Rochester, it's 6 degrees Celsius with clear skies and sun. Throughout the day, you can expect more of the same, with a high of 21 degrees and a low of 6 degrees.
A high of 21 degrees in April. Wow, that's hot. It was hot yesterday afternoon. I was sweating buckets. Well, I was sat next to the fridge and the cold air fans because I'm going through the menopause and I get hot flushes. And I didn't realise that it was boiling hot outside, did I? I didn't. And I went outside in my jacket, thick trousers, socks and everything, and I was sweating buckets. Alexa, Alexa?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Alexa, whose birthday is it today?
Today's famous birthdays include English broadcaster, journalist and writer Jeremy Clarkson, Kayadu Lohar, American professional wrestler Dustin Rhodes, Millie Alcock, and Canadian actress and model Tricia Helfer.
So it's Top Gear's Jeremy Clarkson's birthday today. Alexa, who is Jeremy Clarkson?
Jeremy Charles Robert Clarkson is an English television presenter, journalist, farmer, and author who specialises in motoring.
Yeah, we know he's a farmer because he stands up for farmers' rights, quite rightly so. Alexa, how old is Jeremy Clarkson?
Jeremy Clarkson is 65 years old.
65. Wow. I just remember him from Top Gear. My kids used to watch Top Gear. And I remember him as always being very forthright with his opinions. So I'm going to do a puzzle again. Alexa, puzzler.
Good morning. Welcome back to Puzzler. If you upgrade to Puzzler Premium, you can get more free hints as well as lots of new puzzles.
You have rewards waiting. We're offering a 7-day free trial to our 9x9 crosswords. Do you want to take our special offer now?
No.
Would you like to hear more?
No. No.
Main menu. Would you like to play your daily crossword or hear the high scores?
Daily crossword.
On to your crossword of the day.
Purple flowering shrub. 5 letters.
Alexa, next clue.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
Hopping mad. It has 5 letters.
Alexa, IRATE, irate.
I'm sorry,
Alexa.
that's not the right answer.
Alexa,
Irate was not.
ANGRY, angry.
The clue is hopping mad. It's a 5-letter word.
Try saying, Alexa, repeat.
Alexa, ANGRY, angry.
Sorry, that's the wrong answer.
Angry wasn't correct. By the way, you can
Alexa,
also
next clue.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
spicy Indian dish. It's a 5-letter word.
Alexa, CURRY, curry.
Here's a clue you still need to answer.
Binding of a book. Last letter.
Alexa,
R. It has 5 letters.
Alexa, COVER, cover.
The clue is
Oh my
binding of a
god.
book.
Alexa,
Last letter.
COVER, cover.
Brilliant.
Unreliable or dishonest. Last letter. Y. 5 letters.
Alexa, next clue.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
threaded, tied, blank blank, C,
Alexa,
blank,
L-A-C-E-D, laced.
You're 50% complete. Time for the next question.
purple flowering shrub,
Alexa,
blank,
L-I-L-A-C, lilac.
Fabulous puzzling.
unreliable or dishonest, D, blank blank blank,
Alexa,
Y,
clue.
Here's a clue.
D, blank, D, blank, Y.
Oh my god, I don't know, I'm not very good today. Alexa, next clue.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
Hopping mad, L, blank, V,
Alexa, L-I-V-I-D, livid.
Whoops, I didn't understand.
the clue is,
Alexa, L-I-V-I-D, livid.
the clue is,
Oh
Hopping
my
mad.
god, it's wasting time.
blank,
Alexa, livid.
Fantastic. Here's the final clue.
Oh, why can't I get this
unreliable
one?
or dishonest, D, blank, D, blank, Y. It has 5 letters.
Alexa, clue. Alexa,
The clue is,
clue.
the clue is, unreliable or dishonest, D, blank, D, blank, Y. It has 5 letters.
I can't.
Try saying, Alexa, skip.
Alexa, give me a clue.
Here's a clue.
D,
Alexa,
blank,
D-O-D-G-Y, dodgy. Dodgy.
Crossword.
We got there in the
you did
end.
it in 4 minutes, 20 seconds. This was your 97th fastest time for daily crosswords.
Main menu. Would you like to hear the high scores, open shop, or exit game?
High scores.
Would you like to hear the daily or premium high scores?
Daily. Daily.
You're currently 1,115th on the daily high scores, with a time of 1 minute, 4 seconds, 243 milliseconds. You are 0 seconds behind your nearest rival, Wisely Evil Mammoth. Would you like to hear the daily high scores again?
No.
Main menu. Would you like to hear the high scores, open shop, or exit game?
Exit game.
See you again soon.
Check out the highest rated voice games. Just say Open Yak Yak Games.
So guys, good morning, and what's the weekend going to be like? I honestly haven't got a clue. I don't know. I just take things as they come. That's all I can do. I'm going through the menopause. My whole body is completely upside down. I don't recognize it inside or out. I don't. What was working doesn't work anymore. I'm getting all my bits and pieces feel like they've sunk. That's the only way I can describe it. It feels like my personal bits and pieces have sunk and shrunk. My skin feels itchy. I feel pissed off all the time, and I think that's the way it's going to stay. Getting cross with everything, irritable, agitated, fed up. I'm itching, scratching, my bits feel like they're non-existent, and I've got aches and pains where I never used to get aches and pains before. I feel ancient, and I get up in the morning and I'm just glad I can actually get up off the sofa when I used to bounce off the sofa and do my exercises. That's what the menopause feels like for me. Things I could do I can't, and it comes on all of a sudden. One day you're running across the field and you feel like you're on top of the world, and then the next you can't get up in the morning, everything's aching and feels like it's falling apart. That's the only way I can describe the menopause for myself. I've got a constant heartburn. Whatever I eat upsets my stomach. It's really pissing me off right now. It really is. I want to be happy. I want to run around and do what I used to do, and I can't. So I just have to accept it, don't I? Last night I spent watching old films. It was really funny last night. I never normally have a shower at night time, and I decided to jump in the shower. I mean, everybody else doesn't give a fuck about the noise they're making, so I thought, right, fuck it, I'm gonna get in the fucking shower at night, and because all the smoke alarms go off, they go off because the steam comes off the shower and the smoke alarms go off. And normally I don't want the smoke alarms going off, but I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna have a bloody shower. I feel fucking awful, and I did. And Max had a bath as well, bath mats, because I never know when I'm going to get to bed in this place with the noise that goes on in here. So I thought, right, I ain't fucking sitting on the sofa being quiet. I fucking had a shower, and the smoke alarms went off, and I didn't give a fuck. And fucking blow dried my hair, so it's come out nice and curly and wavy. Blow dried it, and that's fucking it. No one's got any consideration for myself, so I thought, fuck it, I'm just gonna do what I fucking like. And I fucking ignored all the fucking noise, just ignored it. And they really go at it. They go at it to try and annoy me and make me cross, and I just completely fucking ignore it. I went outside last night, it pissed me off outside. What is that? Someone crapping their pants, is it? And they're trying to annoy me and piss me the fuck off. And I just walk past it, ignore it. I think you're a fucking nutcase. What is all this? What is it? Fucking Shaun of the Dead, is it? Fucking dead zombies outside. Fucking hell, last night was terrible for that. I come back home, I thought, fuck this, I'm on my own, fuck it, I can do what I like. I'm not being nasty, but if I could smash plates in my own home if I want to, if I'm angry. I get a frustration out, do you know what I mean? I'm just pissed the fuck off with this fake shit. And the car with the old lady in it with what looked like his number plate upstairs yesterday. What the fuck was that? Alexa, LBC Radio.
LBC London from Global Player.
The in tray, the pending tray, the out tray, and sitting over there is what they call unofficially, the too difficult tray. And things in there, I've been in there over the years, are tanning and nail bars, that's drugs. Car washes, that's people trafficking, slave labour. Turkish barbers, that's drugs and money laundering. And I'm not going to mention the type of food outlet, but certain food outlets were basically grooming young girls. I think there's a lot of it went on in the northwest of England, Rochdale, that kind of. I think
Well, it's a predominantly Pakistani involvement, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Well, certainly convictions were anyway. Yeah.
But the questions that always come out years later, to varying levels and varying degrees. I mean, the stuff up in the young girls being groomed. That was a massive thing. It was all over the media. You covered it a lot.
Good. What should the police, lastly, Andrew, or the local authorities be doing?
Deal with it. Deal with it. Simple as that. Deal with it. Don't. It's like everybody always says, there's no money, there's no resources. Well, there seems to be the resources to go and lock up mothers for taking tablets off their children. If you've got the resource, that's absolutely not me for 6 this morning. When I thought I was going to crash when I was listening to that.
That was a very powerful story from Henry Ross.
So ridiculous in my life. Those people. Imagine what their attitude to the police is going to be now. Imagine how do they bring their children up now? And I know I've gone off.
No, you haven't. You're absolutely on the money with the story, and it's so powerful. I'm wondering if we need to reprise it in the next hour. Andrew, thank you for that, and thanks for your report. Michael in Kent makes exactly the same point. Nick, I'm surprised at you thinking the police should be doing something about these shops. Where will they get the time from? They're busy policing emails, social media posts, and bringing cash in from motorists, very much the point that Andrew made. And we'll return to that 8:41. Now, we've got Connor Wilson back on the line. Just to remind you, he's the defence commentator. He's with the Daily Express and a former Army captain who served in the same regiment and one of the people who took their lives. Connor, thanks for coming in on what's called a regular phone line, as it were. I was asking, if this causes you distress support, I won't go there, but can you recall how what the therapy asked you or counselling and how it helped you?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So I think in the immediate sort of aftermath of the incident and travelling back from the incident, there was sort of unofficial help. There was a senior parachute regiment officer who had sort of been there and done it, who talked me to the point of annoyance about, his experiences, what I'd just gone through, what I was feeling. And it was only years later I realised how helpful that was in the immediate aftermath.
Why was that helpful, Connor?
It was helpful because it made me talk before I had the chance to bury it. And I got things off my chest, he got things off his chest, and we could relate to that. But then the next day, the system kicked it in. I had to go and see the padre, who sort of deploys with units, who is a priest, but in military uniform. I talked to him in a different kind of way, in a way that, a man of religion does. And then I was subjected to what's called TRIM, so it's Trauma Response Incident Management. And I went in with a Burley Parachute Regiment colour sergeant who opened up about his own experiences, I think he'd seen in Afghanistan. And, it sort of highlighted to me that if he could talk about that, and if you draw a Parachute Regiment officer or soldier, you would draw him. If he could open up about his feelings, any man could, and it wasn't a slight on your manhood to talk. And then I called my family in Christ, and it was the best thing I ever did. So for me, the system worked really well, and it's just devastating for others it hasn't.
Lastly, we ask young men and women like you to do and to witness and work in the most dangerous of situations and see the most chilling and harrowing scenes. Do you sense we look after you well enough as you come out?
Mixed, very mixed. I think in terms of what the military did for me, yes. Whether it's financial assistance to go on courses, to meet employers and hold events, absolutely. If you're talking about society appreciating the service and potentially the transferable skills I had, I don't think so. And I think a lot of these companies signed up to the Armed Forces Covenant Scheme who profess that they appreciate veterans. They do it so they win MOD contracts, and that is just the bottom line. And they only really care as long as you've got something tangible to offer. They don't really care about transferable skills. So very mixed in my experience.
Connor, thanks for coming in on the phone as well. Good speaking with you, Sport. Connor is defence commentator and reporter with the Daily Express, former Army captain who served in the same regiment, 16 Medical Regiment, as the two men who took their lives, one of whom he worked with, Lieutenant Colonel Andrew Haldane, the other man being Lieutenant Colonel Brett Webster. If you're ex-military, or if you have family who are military, this covenant that we're supposed to honour and supposed to put in position, well, they deliver on their side, don't they? they put their lives on the line, without question, following orders, in the most harrowing of cases. Do we look after them afterwards? Also, Sean's in Tavistock. Good morning, Sean. Is that the Sean I know think it is?
It's the
Hello, mate. Where have you been? You haven't spoken to me.
I know. I go abroad through winter. Very lucky to.
Money laundering, yeah, and gun running.
No.
Gun running, I know.
No, this is an interesting topic because I just wrote an autobiography on. It's gone to Amazon Kindle about this stuff.
Right.
And it's called From Fear to Paradise. Sean Nelson. Have a look, everybody.
So, say again, the line's buzzing. From what? From
Fear to Paradise.
From Fear to Paradise, Sean Nelson, last name?
Yeah.
Okay, on you go. What do people get from the book? What did you get from your experiences, Sean?
My military career was great, but it also damaged me. I had PTSD, combat stress, and I came out, went straight to the doctor, encouraged by my partner at the time. She said, go and see the doctor, and they put me in front of the triage nurse, and she was fantastic, Sally. She saved my life, basically. But
in what way did she save you? You obviously had dark thoughts. What did she do?
I couldn't open up. She said, I'm your listening ear. Speak to me anytime, bring up anytime. Reading you actually really has been cathartic for me, because you let me express myself as well. Guys need to do though, Nick, because they think it's just me and you talking now. We don't worry about the amount of listeners you've got. It's just you and I talking, and it works. Then the book was about my trail from poverty through the military and to the police briefly, then through business. Now, business came a workshop. You need a workshop. My grandfather was an occupational therapist. It's in the book. Everybody needs a workshop, something to focus on to get you through the day. It could be painting, it could be learning a foreign language. It could be something to focus on. That's your workshop. Keep your brain working. And reach out when you need to reach out. Combat stress is awful because it's based on leg bands, fear, and it rattles you. And when, bonfire nights and all good for me. Remember, someday a breakdown every year because my friends are lost in the focus. But you've got to reach out. You've got to go to the doctor and explain, and they'll feed you into that system.
What went wrong with these two? I mean, these are senior officers we're talking about, Sean, with these two lieutenant colonels. Do you think there just wasn't the support there?
They couldn't have been the support there. It's an old man syndrome, isn't it? They won't admit that they're the red meat grabbers, aren't they? The caveman. They've got to bring on the red meat. And there's something in the system as a man. You've got to be more human. Stop being too manly. And reach out. And I tell you, if you do it, you will not regret it. And in writing the book, I am in Barbados through it, but I earned the right from the slum house in Macclesfield to Barbados through the business. I have to say, Margaret Thatcher's initiatives in the 80s keep down offences for the working class like me to make money and have a different lifestyle. And it's not about money also, it's also about being rich inside, getting the right people around you, you're rich as well.
Title of that book again, Sean?
From Fear to Paradise, Amazon Kindle, Sean Nelson.
I'm glad you're back. Talk again soon. Look after yourself. 8:47, LBC News Headlines. Thomas Watts.
Speaking to Nick, Nigel Farage has likened Donald Trump's trade war to Liz Truss's mini budget. Official figures out this morning show the UK economy grew by more than expected in February. 6 people, including 3 children, have been killed in a tourist helicopter crash in New York. LBC weather, warm and sunny for most areas with a high of 22 degrees.
LBC Travel Line to our where Clapham High Street is closed southbound, and that's because of an ongoing police investigation right near to Clapham North Station. But better news in Mitcham, the London Road has reopened southbound, but it is still very busy. On the M25, anti-clockwise, there are queues of about 15 minutes to junction 10 at the A3. That's all down to the ongoing works. On the Underground, there are minor delays on the Bakerloo line, and also the problems for London Overground continue. The Windrush line remains suspended between Sydenham and West Croydon. Also, southern services are delayed as well at Norwood Junction, and also the problems continue for South Western Railway at Waterloo. There's a shortage of staff, so there's various delays and cancellations.
This is LBC.